Have you ever wondered how to grow your own capsicum at home? Capsicum, a vibrant and zesty vegetable, is gaining popularity in kitchens around the globe. Packed with vitamins and a punch of flavor, it's no wonder why. But did you know that growing capsicum at home has its own set of benefits? It's economical, organic, and a rewarding hobby. Plus, there's nothing like cooking with fresh produce straight from your garden. In this video, we'll guide you through the process of growing your own capsicum at home. Before we delve into the planting process, it's important to understand what capsicum plants need to thrive. Let's illuminate the ideal conditions for growing these vibrant, flavorful plants. First and foremost, capsicum plants are sun lovers. They require a minimum of 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. The more sunshine they receive, the more flavorful and colorful the peppers will be. So it's beneficial to choose a sunny spot in your garden or a south-facing window if you're growing them indoors. Temperature is another significant factor. Capsicum plants prefer a warm climate, with day temperatures ranging from 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit and night temperatures not dropping below 60 degrees. They are sensitive to frost, so if you live in a colder region, consider starting your capsicum plants indoors or using a greenhouse. Now let's talk about soil. Capsicum plants prefer well-draining soil with a pH level between 6 and 7. They are not picky about soil type and can grow in sandy, loamy, or clay soils, as long as they are rich in organic matter. Adding compost or well-rotted manure can enhance the fertility of the soil, providing the plants with the nutrients they need to grow. Watering is a delicate balance. While capsicum plants need regular watering to prevent the soil from drying out, overwatering can lead to root rot. A good rule of thumb is to water deeply once the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Lastly, capsicum plants need space to grow. When planting, leave at least 18 inches between plants to allow for airflow and growth. This also helps prevent the spread of diseases. With these conditions in mind, let's move on to the first step in our capsicum growing journey. The first step in growing capsicum is to prepare the seeds. Getting started, the selection of high-quality seeds is crucial. Look for seeds that are plump and free from any signs of damage or disease. Once you've got your seeds, it's time to prep them for planting. The process begins with soaking. Plunge the seeds into a bowl of lukewarm water and let them sit for about 24 hours. This soaking phase helps to soften the outer shell of the seeds, enabling them to sprout more easily. Following the soak, it's germination time. Place your seeds between 2 damp paper towels and store them in a warm spot. Check on them daily, and once you see the beginnings of a sprout, it's a sign that they're ready to be planted. Remember, patience is key during this process. Seeds can take anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks to germinate. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Now that our seeds are ready, it's time to plant them. Planting the seeds is an exciting step in our capsicum growing journey. This stage is where we begin to see the fruits of our labor, quite literally. It's the point where our tiny seeds start their transformation into a bounty of vibrant capsicum plants. So, how do we get these seeds into the soil? It's a straightforward process, but it's crucial to do it right. First, we need a fine and well-drained soil. A good potting mix will work wonders. Now, make a small hole in the soil, about 1/4 inch deep. This depth is just right, as it allows the seed to be covered but not buried too deep that it struggles to sprout. Next, pop the seed into the hole. It's important to remember that each seed has the potential to become a full-grown capsicum plant, so give it room to grow. Space your seeds about 2 feet apart. This might seem like a lot of space, but remember, capsicum plants need room to branch out and flourish. Once your seeds are comfortably nestled in their soil beds, it's time to cover them up. Gently sprinkle some soil over the seeds, just enough to cover them. We're not tucking them in for a long winter's nap, rather a snug, warm sprouting period. Then comes the watering. We want to give our newly planted seeds a good drink, but not a flood. A gentle sprinkle of water will do the trick. This initial watering is crucial, as it helps to settle the soil and kickstart the germination process. Finally, it's time for a little patience. Capsicum seeds can take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to germinate. But don't worry, your wait will be rewarded with the sight of tiny green sprouts pushing their way out of the soil. It's a sight that never fails to stir the heart of every gardener. Once the seeds are in the ground, proper care is needed to ensure they grow into healthy plants. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's bask in the joy of having successfully planted our capsicum seeds. Happy gardening! Growing capsicum doesn't stop at planting the seeds. Let's delve deeper into the art of caring for our capsicum plants. This is a journey of patience and diligence, but the rewards are certainly worth the effort. Watering is a crucial part of capsicum plant care. It's vital to maintain a balance. Not too much, not too little. Overwatering can cause root rot, whereas underwatering can lead to wilting. As a general rule, water the plants when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. It's best to water early in the morning, promoting healthier growth by allowing the water to be absorbed before the heat of the day evaporates it. Now let's talk about fertilizing. Capsicum plants are heavy feeders. They thrive on a balanced, all-purpose fertilizer. Start feeding them when you see the first true leaves and continue every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season. Remember, less is more with fertilizers. Too much can lead to lush foliage but poor fruiting. Protection from pests and diseases is also key to successful capsicum cultivation. Regularly check your plants for signs of pests like aphids, thrips, and whiteflies. If you spot any, organic insecticidal soaps or neem oil can be effective remedies. As for diseases, good hygiene, crop rotation, and proper watering can go a long way in prevention. Capsicum plants also need support as they grow. Staking or caging can help keep the branches from breaking under the weight of the fruits. And don't forget about pruning. Removing any weak or unnecessary branches will direct more energy towards fruit production. Lastly, remember that capsicum plants love the sun. Ensure they receive at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day for optimum growth and fruiting. In essence, caring for capsicum plants involves a dance of balance. It's about understanding their needs and responding accordingly. It's about nurturing them with water, nutrients, support, and sunlight, while protecting them from pests and diseases. With proper care, our capsicum plants will grow and produce delicious fruits. The most rewarding part of growing capsicum is the harvest. The moment of truth arrives when your capsicum changes from a deep green to a vibrant red, yellow, or orange, depending on the variety. That's your cue that it's time to harvest. But how do you go about it? First, you'll need a sharp pair of garden shears or a knife. Avoid pulling or twisting the fruit off the plant, as this can damage the plant and the fruit. Instead, make a clean cut on the stem, leaving a small piece of it attached to the fruit. This helps to prolong the shelf life of your capsicum. Remember, the more you harvest, the more your plant will produce. So don't be shy about picking your capsicum. They're at their peak of flavor when freshly picked. So enjoy them right away or store them in a cool place to maintain their freshness. And there you have it, your very own homegrown capsicum. Growing capsicum at home is a rewarding experience. We've journeyed together through the stages of this process, beginning with understanding the requirements of the capsicum plant. We've learned that it's a warm season crop, thriving best in temperatures between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. We delved into the art of seed preparation, which necessitates a clean start. This means choosing healthy, disease-free seeds and giving them a pre-soak to kickstart germination. We then ventured into the planting process, where we learned the importance of proper spacing and depth for optimal growth. Our journey continued with the care of these burgeoning plants. We discovered that capsicum craves consistent watering, warm soil, and plenty of sunlight. We also uncovered the importance of regular feeding with a balanced fertilizer to ensure robust growth. Finally, we reached the pinnacle of our journey, the harvest. We learned to pick our capsicums when they're firm and glossy, a sign of peak ripeness. We understood the importance of gentle handling to avoid damaging the fruit or the plant. This journey has been about more than just growing capsicum. It's been about nurturing life, about patience, and about the joy of reaping what we sow. Each step has its challenges, but the reward is worth every effort. With this guide, you're well on your way to enjoying your own homegrown capsicum. Happy gardening!